Oh, boy. Les
Frasier is down to the field.
So, unfortunately, Les Frasier hurt himself very badly, and that pretty much hampered his career forever. But he was en route to being an absolutely spectacular cornerback.
Leslie Frazier was a good corner. Mike Richardson was a real good corner. Both had long arms, and they could bump you, and that's the way they played.
Mike Richardson, a second-round pick in 1983, blossomed into a solid cornerback 2 years later.
Mike Richardson was a safety in college. And we came on, we watched him play, and we were pretty strong at the safety position, so we played him a corner. He had pretty good feet, made some great plays, had a great ability to read the quarterback and break on the ball.
Intercepted by Richardson. Touchdown, Mike Richardson and the Chicago Bears.
Mike was a good kid.
Richardson played 6 seasons with the Bears and finished with 20 interceptions. The man taken 1 round after him in 1983 was safety Dave Duerson, who got his chance to start after Pro Bowl safety Todd Bell sat out the entire 1985 season due to a contract dispute.
Dave Duerson was a guy who got his opportunity, and he made the most of it. Once he got on the field, the Bears couldn't take him off.
Cutting right to the 45, offended by Dave Duerson.
Made a lot of tackles, did not make a lot of mistakes, and was a leader in the secondary.
Duerson had 5 interceptions in 1985 and made the first of his 4 Pro Bowl appearances. Duerson could blitz and cover. In 1986, he had 7 sacks and 6 interceptions.
Dave was a heady guy, a smart guy back there who not only could play the run, but play the pass, and we needed that. He complemented Les Frazier and Mike Richardson very well. That secondary was pretty darn good.
The man who led the Chicago secondary in 1985 is also the man we chose as a starting safety on our all-time Bears defense, number 45, Gary Fencik.
Gary was as smart a player to ever play the game in the secondary.
Fencik was a wide receiver at Yale and was drafted in the 10th round by the Dolphins in 1976. After getting cut by Miami, Fencik landed with his hometown Bears as a defensive back.
You know, they always talk about in the NFL, don't get injured because your backup may never get out of there. And I was one of those people. I mean, Doug Plank got injured. I became a starter. He came back after 4 games, and I replaced Craig Clemens, who was a #1 pick.
Fencik became their starting strong safety, and for the next 10 years, he was a fixture in Chicago's secondary.
Gary Fencik was a football player. He was smart, he was tough, he was opportunistic, he could tackle, and he was willing to, to sacrifice his body. He was willing to put a lick on a guy.
You might have 70 defensive plays in a game. Every single play, you hope that you have the lick of your life, that you can come in after lifting weights for 6 months and crush that person, help them up, and go, that was a great hit, and see it on film and have your teammates go, that was awesome,
Fencik's hard hitting, combined with his athleticism and nose for the football, made him a perfect catalyst for Buddy Ryan's 46 defense.
Off the middle, and he's cut down once again. Gary Fencik leading the charge for Chicago.
Mike really was the leader up front, called it, and then Gary set the defensive backs and everything, got everybody in place, so he was our leader in the secondary.
Fencik made 2 Pro Bowls and finished his career as Chicago's all-time leader in interceptions with 38. A Chicago native, Fencik still lives in Chicago and roots for the Bears every week.
I actually put in my last contract with the Bears 20 years ago that if the Bears ever built a new stadium, that I'd have the right to buy 4 seats between the 40-yard line. And the Bears honored that.
Another member of the 1985 Bears was safety Shawn Gayle, who played sparingly in '85, but was part of one of the year's most memorable plays.
Vendetta from his end zone. Bears will get good field position.
Oh, he missed it!
This is the football.
He missed it!
It's on the field.
All right!
It's Shawn Gayle.
I've never seen a punt
It's pretty amazing how the wind just took it. And the next thing I knew, Shawn Gayle had it in the end zone.
Gayle would not become a full-time starter until 1989. But when he did, he forged out the reputation of being a tough player.
Shawn Gayle, even though he didn't look like it was as tough as they got, he played one game. He actually had a broken neck, and he lost feeling in his hands. He kept playing. I mean, absolutely stunning. Yeah, yeah, true story.
Gayle, who made the Pro Bowl in 1991, is currently third on the team's all-time tackle list. In 1990, the Bears used the 6th pick to draft a player who would have one of the best rookie seasons in NFL history.
The Chicago Bears select Mark Carrier, defensive back, USC.
I've only experienced one rookie that's been that mature coming out that early in my 18 years in this league. Mark Carrier came in and started immediately on a very formidable defense.
What a presence Mark Carrier in just his rookie year has had on this secondary. He has assumed and become a leader on his team at a very young age.
He started as a free safety, made all the signal calls for the back end. Was not intimidated from day one.
Deep down the middle, going for Clark, and it's Carrier! His 3rd of the game, his 8th of the season, and he took it away from the Redskin receiver.
We knew right away, not only the coaches, but the vets too said, this kid's going to be special.
Testaverde in the pocket, scrambling left. Testaverde looking to make a play. Throws the left side. Intercepted on the play by Mark Carrier. He sets a Bear record with that interception. Make it 10 interceptions.
Even with the Singletaries, the Dents, the Hamptons, those people that were on that football team, Mark Carrier was savvy enough, mature enough, confident enough in his abilities, and came in, intercepted 10 passes his rookie year, went to the Pro Bowl, and went on to have a Pro Bowl career.
Wasn't the biggest guy, wasn't the fastest guy, but what you had there was a pure football player, just a pure defensive football player.
Mark Carrier made 3 Pro Bowls in his 7 seasons in Chicago, but he will always be remembered for his stellar rookie campaign. Safety Mike Brown will be remembered for being the most opportunistic player in Chicago Bears history.
Mike Brown had the ability, it seemed, to make those kinds of dynamic, game-changing plays, certainly not with regularity, but enough that it was more than just, oh, he was lucky to be there.
Brown played 9 years for the Bears, tallying 17 interceptions, 7 fumble recoveries, and 7 defensive touchdowns, a Bear record.
Mike Brown must score every time he touches the football, basically.
Jeff Blake from the shotgun. Blake throws it. It's intercepted. Picked up and going to the goal line. Touchdown, Mike Brown.
Brown on the run back to the 30, 20. He's got an escort to the 10, 5. Mike Brown has done it again. That goes back to throw, hit from behind. Mark Anderson. Ball is bouncing around. Picked up on one hop. We got a touchdown, Chicago. Touchdown, Mike Brown.
Brown's most memorable moments came during back-to-back games in 2001.
Maybe the most interesting thing about those 2 games is the fact that for the first time in NFL history, I believe they were won exactly the same way, exactly the same player in overtime 2 weeks in a row.
Short set, quick throw, slant. And it's going to be intercepted off of Owens. Mike Brown's got it. He's got it. 15. He's to the 10. To the 5. Intercepted the ball. The Bears have won. Couches have to throw. Ball is tripped up by Brian Robinson. Mike Brown is going to score another touchdown. Mike Brown for the 2nd consecutive week. He's going right to the locker room.
Hey, right place, right time. Who would have thought it? Who would have thunk it, baby?
From 2004 to 2007, Brown missed 43 regular season games due to injury.
Mike Brown was a really good football player whose career, unfortunately, at a high level, was cut short due to injury.
Brown had the pleasure of playing with 2 other really good football players, cornerbacks Charles Tilman and Nathan Vasher.
That's right, here's where you go get it at today.
Tilman had been a starter since his rookie season and has recorded 16 interceptions from 2005 to 2008.
Picked up! It's over! Tillman! It's over! Charles Tilman! Pick 6! That's the end of the game. Bears win it! 19-13!
Like Tilman, Vasher can be physical and a playmaker.
intercepted by Nathan Vasher. Picks up and goes. He's got an escort down the right sideline. Nathan Vasher, touchdown! Touchdown Bears! And a mighty big one at that.
That's it right there. That way to play, baby. That's it good.
Vasher burst onto the scene with 16 interceptions in his first 3 years as a Bear.
The interceptor, they call him. He's a guy who's too slow to play in the National Football League. But all he does is find the football.
Ball stripped out, it's bouncing around and picked up by Vasher.
He's got a great knack for knowing where the football's going to be, getting his body there, putting his hands on the ball, stealing it, and running the other way.
In 2005, Vasher found other ways to score.
Low kick, Vasher drifts back. Vasher's going to retrieve it in the end zone. Now he's going to run it out. Thought about taking a knee. He's out to the 10. Vasher spinning away from a tackle. Now running right to the 15. And he's got blocking help at the 20. Vasher to the 25-30. Vasher to the 40. Vasher to midfield. Vasher to the 40. Vasher to the 30 of the Niners. Vasher on his feet to the 15. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Nathan Vasher goes coast to coast.
Vasher made the Pro Bowl in 2005. The last Bear cornerback to accomplish that feat was Donnell Wolford, who made the Pro Bowl in 1993.
Looking around, steps up again, flies it over the middle. Intercepted by Wolford.
Donnell Wolford, for a year or two, was as good as it got in the NFL.
Wolford played 8 seasons in Chicago and led the team in interceptions 4 times. He currently sits at 3rd place on Chicago's all-time interception list. Cornerback J.C. Caroline made the Pro Bowl in his rookie year in 1956 after he intercepted 6 passes. One of those interceptions was thrown by another historic rookie.
We went to play the Chicago Bears. John came in for his first NFL live action. And then he fired one out in the right flat, and it was complete for a 56-yard touchdown to J.C. Caroline, who happened to be the Chicago Bears defense.